You heard Kevin's interview just earlier, right?
I did.
In terms of addressing the issue of Bitcoin as its market share, forget the prices, but in market share of how much you trade, what's happened to Bitcoin's market share of that over the last several months?
So it's a fair question. We tend to focus much more on things like developer interest. So how many GitHub repositories, how many novel applications or use cases are being developed. There's certainly a strong argument that a lot of that developer interest has moved to other platforms like Ethereum, maybe even some of the platforms that we announced we're starting to explore as well. Bitcoin's market cap is like all of cryptocurrency has probably decreased over the past year or so as well. I actually don't pay too much of attention to that. But Kevin and I were speaking backstage and he said, look, Adam, what's most important for me, someone like coming from my background as an active wealth manager, is three things. I need transparency, I need liquidity, and I need compliance. And we said, look, those are the exact three things Coinbase is working on. And it's not going to happen overnight, but we've had a couple big announcements. We've got some more that are going to help put us on that path.
I get the development on certain platforms, and that should make them differentiate. But they're not differentiated in how they trade. So when does that break? When does that correlation break? When does it, oh, you know what, I'm seeing more things being developed on the Ethereum platform, and so therefore Ethereum should trade differently from Bitcoin?
So I think it's one of the most fascinating fields of study right now. People call it crypto economics. It's how do we fairly value these new assets, right? You can't use a discounted cash flow. There is no black shoals of cryptocurrency. We're seeing a lot of interesting theses come out. Placeholder Capital has introduced one coming out of universities like Stanford, some white papers as well. The honest answer is people are valuing these assets very differently, right? Whether they're crypto hedge funds or the retail investor. The core metrics I think most people look at, though, is what are the daily transactions? How much volume is moving through it? How many people are building on top of it? At the end of the day, these are open protocols that are there to facilitate the kind of value creation and movement. That's what I think is most important.
Adam, thanks. Good to see you. Adam White of Coinbase.